Hello and welcome to yet another episode of How Does It Relate To? Today we are taking a look at Miss Doris Day, or Say I Do, Doctor. She was in a movie together with James Stewart called The Man Who Knew Too Much. Now, this movie will be our marker, it will be what we relate to, and it came out in 1956. Now let the quiz begin. April in Paris. Does April in Paris belong before or after The Man Who Knew Too Much? You only got 2 spots on this first one, so it's pretty easy. I think you can figure it out. It belongs before The Man Who Knew Too Much. Calamity Jane. Now, Calamity Jane has 3 spots that I see. Do you see any extra spots? Then maybe you should see a doctor because you're not supposed to see spots. That's a bad sign. And it belongs between April in Paris and The Man Who Knew Too Much. Where were you when the lights went out? The lights go out? I don't recall the lights going out. Where does this movie belong? Tell me quick. Too late. It belongs after The Man Who Knew Too Much. That touch of mink. Where does that touch of mink belong? Well, naturally, it belongs between The Man Who Knew Too Much and Where Were You When the Lights Went Out. Pillow talk. That's when you talk to your pillow, right? I don't talk to my pillows. Not that much, at least. Where does pillow talk belong? It belongs between The Man Who Knew Too Much and That Touch of Mink. Romance on the high seas, far from the shore and from the shallows, I guess. Sha-la-la-la, la-la-la. It belongs before April in Paris. Love Me or Leave Me. Where does Love Me or Leave Me belong? It belongs between Calamity Jane and The Man Who Knew Too Much. The Glass Boat. Where does the glass boat belong? Between That Touch of Mink and Where Were You When the Lights Went Out? Send me no flowers. Why would you send me flowers? I don't really care for flowers, so it doesn't really matter. Where does it belong? It belongs between That Touch of Mink and The Glass Bottom Boat. T42, the last movie in this quiz. Where does it belong? Can you place it correctly? It belongs between Romance on High Seas and April in Paris. So that was the quiz. Hope you enjoyed it. Now, until next time, you might ask yourself, who is Angry Cart? Because that's what our next quiz is going to be about. Try to figure it out until then. Bye. Hello and welcome to yet another episode of How Does It Relate To? But this is not a special. It's start of a series, I think. And this episode is about Fred Astaire and the movies that he was acting in. Do you know which one came first and which one came last? Let's kind of find out right